So there'd always be someone to fight against.
Well, here is Maru. He's going to be playing our first match of the 4 and 5th.
He is the only Terran to win so far in this matchup against Protoss.
Yeah,
so he is going to be the last Terran hope, funnily enough, for the last Team Terran.
Last man standing.
Yeah.
And he's up against herO over here for JINAIR. Has a little bit of a cough there. Hope he feels all right.
He's got to be wearing that mask. Doesn't want to spread those germs.
Yeah. If you ever see pictures of people wearing medical masks in Asian, just pictures that are from Asia, it's usually because the person who is sick does not want to get anyone else sick around them. It's not like they're
very
trying to
considerate. It's like part of
Yeah, it's not the opposite of what a lot of people think, is to prevent themselves from being sick. Our map is going to be Bel'Shir-Vestige. Maru, the last Terran standing. This is his role, it seems. Terran versus Protoss. Can he bring it back? Find out.
LTA는 SKT1.
Down here in the bottom right, the red Terran, the last Terran hope for this Team T. It is, of course, Maru of JINAIR Green Wings.
Maru up against the JINAIR Protoss herO player they've chosen to send out first here. He needs a pause. Uh-oh.
Yeah. He was smirking there. I wasn't sure why. He was smirking when he won against TY in the game, and I understood that one. But this one, I guess maybe it's just a small problem that he wants to get fixed.
Yeah, not sure. We have this like crazy setup of wires underneath my feet right now. It's like driving me crazy.
That's like the reason we kicked out the monitor like 5 times.
Yeah,
just because
we got a new setup today because they switched everything around for KDL, which also takes place in this studio. If you guys want to watch some Dota 2 stuff, it's being cast by Whiplash right now, who also used to commentate Pro League. If you guys didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it's our head referee. I can tell by the glasses rims. I know those rims very well.
You're always just very observant about all things around the head.
Yes.
Hair, glasses, facial features, facial hair.
Yes. Trying to think of something specific right now. I'm like
the coach for Samsung.
Yeah, Sangtae. He's here actually today.
Yeah.
I saw him earlier. He was able to identify where our mugs were. Or actually, no, it wasn't him, but he was able to get out of my way because he was in my way.
He did laugh at us.
He did laugh at us, actually.
When we asked.
Because we couldn't find our mugs today, which was really quite a shame.
We went on the Myant, the other Myant, not for the Mexican.
You're on this Myant thing, man.
Today's all about the Myant, because we finished the Myant.
The Myant is over. I hope he feels okay, man. He's got that cough.
He's got to get some of that miracle Korean medicine.
It's actually getting really warm in Korea suddenly.
I'm so happy that's happening.
I wore like so many clothes to sleep last night because I thought it was going to be cold, and I woke up in the middle of the night like sweating, and I was like, "Whoa, I guess it's actually quite warm. I'm okay. I'm too okay. In fact, I'm slightly uncomfortable.
I'm more than okay. I'm uncomfortable.
I'm like so okay. It makes me feel really weird.
It's like I'm really happy. This is really strange. I wonder what this pause is about.
I don't know. He says he's sorry, and everything's connected now. It must have been an issue with some of his equipment. And looks like everything's good now. So probably just an issue with some of his equipment or something, or maybe his PC. Marine King, meanwhile, is just continuing to be not amused. There's that first pylon. We got there.
We got to that point in the game finally.
Speaking of people getting places and having team efforts, if you guys like Pokemon, I know right now there's a crazy phenomena going on. All right, Austin, who's over there. There's this crazy phenomena happening on Twitch TV, which don't watch it right now because it's definitely going to be around for quite some time. It's called Twitch Plays Pokemon, and I have been watching this for brief periods of time every day. And basically what happens is the Twitch chat types in the commands for the game. I know I first started watching, there was only like 3,000 to 4,000 people watching. now it's going above 30 every time, and like people are beating gym leaders. It's like people are beating the Pokemon puzzles, and you can imagine like how hard that would be. There's people spamming the chat, people spamming start. Those guys.
Oh yeah, the trolls, the start trolls. Oh god. It's if you can just imagine it, like the more people you have playing and actually putting in the inputs to tell the computer which buttons to press. Like imagine like 100 A commands being put in at like at one time.
Yeah. And just the people who are pressing down too much, or because there's a lag in the inputs, you know, you're trying to go to one specific building and it's just like so difficult.
Oh god. They were trying to get to the daycare building.
Oh yeah, we were watching that right before we came over here.
We were watching that for like 20 minutes. Like they just could not get in the building because they kept on falling down the ledges. If you guys know that about Pokemon, where the daycare center is like kind of in between the ledges at that one point. I'm not sure exactly where it is on the map, but if you go one step down too much, you fall down the ledge and you have to go all the way up. Yeah, and it takes so long to do that with everybody like pressing a bunch of different buttons.
Oh,
and
it's
and like someone presses start and then they go into like the Pokedex and they start looking at Ivysaur for no reason.
I was so happy when they beat Lieutenant Surge. You and I watched that live. That was crazy. Able to overcome Lieutenant Surge with like using Bide. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I just wanted to recommend to you guys to watch if you're looking for if you like Pokemon. Pokemon's a great game.
Yeah. I played so much Pokemon. I played the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites actually.
I played Pokemon Snap.
I didn't
Nintendo
have
64.
Snap, but one of my friends did. I played it a little bit. I think the reason why I enjoyed Snap so much is because I didn't have it, right? So whenever I got to go to somebody else's house, I could play it. But it was definitely fun, especially at the time when it was released. Oh my God, was it fun? You know, you take pictures of all these Pokemon, you get these points.
And there was the secret ones and like the different, you know, secrets you can unlock.
This is actually something that I feel is true about our generation now of gamers is with the availability of the internet, it's hard to keep things in games with a secret because people are just going to look them up online. Within like 12 hours of the game being out, like all the secrets will basically be known because there's so many people posting about it and showing, you know, how you could bug things out and whatnot. But back then, man, before we really had broadband internet access so easily out there, the only way you could find out about secrets was through word of mouth. And that was one of the aspects of gaming that I feel is like missing from my life now that I really wish was back.
Yeah. You like talk to your cousin's friend or something, and he's like, "No, if you do it this way, you can do this," and you're like, "What, really?" And you like go back home, or you do it with your friends, and you're like, "Oh my God, he's right." It's like such a cool thing that happens.
I was like 9 years old, I think, when GoldenEye was out, and I remember like on the first ice level, snow level, I didn't know how to deactivate the security thing. I didn't know you just walked up to it and press B. I was like asking everybody. I think was I like in second grade or something? I was just like, how do you beat that level? And eventually somebody was like, listen, you can't tell anybody and you have to give me like half of your chicken nuggets today. And I was like, okay. I gave my chicken nuggets. He's like, just go up to the terminal and press B. I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
By the way, folks, we have the iconic Blink Stalker build, the rage-inducing internet comment manifesting. It's the build. It's the build.
Yeah, and if there's one guy to hold it off here, it's probably going to be Maru. We do see, of course, in the build, herO adding a bunch more of these gateways. He's going to have, I think, upwards of 6. There it is.
There you go.
And he's trying to get a pylon down somewhere.
Robotics as well, interestingly enough, which will give him, you know, an invisible unit that can see above high ground, the Observer.
You're like, what is the name of that again?
It's that little thing that Creator or Primo uses.
You mean like the warp prism?
Could also get a warp prism too. It won't be invisible though.
Yeah.
I always wondered why people before. Wow. That's whoa.
And this SCV is gonna get up, and he's gonna see now 5 gateways, and he's gonna come around. I think he still had 6 ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he knows what's up now. Stim is almost done. 2 additional bunkers being added right now. No Observer. Start as far as no. Blinking over here, caddy corner. Gets himself stuck, but a great time warp there on the ramp. And now he's just going to individually blink Stalkers now as he wipes out the SCVs and Marines one by one. This is not looking good for Maru. He's taking a lot of losses already, but
herO could have done a bit better micro there. He got a bunch of his stalkers really, really low.
yeah, I agree with you there. He's also his timing here is not before stim, so this gives Maru a better opportunity. He's also getting more and more Marauders out. He's been able to do dual Marauder production here. Going up, targets that first bunker. No SVs for their pair. Great time warp here yet again. That's the last one we're going to see for a while, though, with that new change to the unit. And Maru is looking pretty solid here. He's eliminated most of those stalkers, or at least damaged them gravely. Is that a second robotics? Did he cancel the original one? Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I think he may have canceled it because we didn't see any units come out of it. We see herO again coming towards the front. He is not able to take out that bunker. Unfortunate for him. Just trying to poke here. Like you said before, the timing, you know, a little bit later, not before stim hit. So he wasn't able to do as much damage as he would have liked.
This is a really good choice, the third Nexus, because he knows that Maru's going to be stuck in his base for a little while, and that's one advantage he can get. He starts to charge as well. Maru's starting to realize this is all just, this is over. You know, he salvages his bunkers.
This is all just a game.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Oh.
You know what? Maybe she's really embarrassed. That's the favorite coffee shop that she likes. It's not Cafe Bene. It's not Cafe Bene. She's like, oh, they might know I don't like Cafe Bene. Cafe Bene has taken over the city. They can't know.
Cafe Bene really is taking over the city. I think that's the most popular coffee shop.
Oh, well, it definitely was. I feel like, at least from my experience talking to my Korean friends, what happened to Cafe Bene is like this weird hipster effect where it became so popular, everyone went there. It was like, oh, well, everybody drinks at Cafe Bene, but I know this other place that's like, you know, pretty good.
It's called Tom and Tom's. Like,
it's called Tom and Tom's. So I know about this coffee shop called Cafe Grunaru, and it's the best.
God.
It's the best coffee shop.
You don't even know they use real ingredients.
They always have tables open, unlike Cafe Bene. Cafe Bene has that Arizona tea thing that foreigners like to drink. What is that drink anyways? Why do people like it? Why do they have it at coffee shops? They don't have that at Grunaru. Where's Angel and Us coffee? That's where I go.
Cafe bean and tea leaf. Coffee bean and tea leaf.
Drop top.
Up top.
Uh-oh. Well, he's going to get one Templar with those Marauders. That was pretty impressive. Lose the medevac for it. One Marauder squeezes through, is going to go over there and grab the sentry.
That's a very good trade. He's getting a bunch of these heavy gas units. He gets another sentry. What is this? Maru's just picking off all these little units here. Another Templar going down.
Maru just knows he has the better army. He's got the better tech right now. He's got so many medevacs out. There's really not a lot of AoE here. And he knows that because he knows the opponent take a fast third Nexus after his attack didn't really do lethal damage. And things are not looking very good for the army here of herO. And, oh, he gets trapped on the other hand.
And the blink comes in. He wants to take out that medevac. He gets one.
Second one does turn away there at the last second. Got a little bit too close to the sun there.
This poor prison gonna come around here. Wants to maybe drop over here. Gonna get these 4 zealots. Yeah, 4 or 3 and a High Templar. Gonna try to come in here. Maybe go for the drop. Storm isn't finished just yet, but this Widow Mine
Put it down to 40.
Yeah.
Might have been a different story if the Widow Mine buff 2 shields goes through. Saves the Templar. Doesn't have enough energy for a Storm. I think he could have still tried to go for the Storm there. Whoa, a big, huge drop in the main base here. Here come the Templar. Feedbacks must not have had enough energy for a Storm, and Storm's not done, actually.
Yeah, Storm
I was
done.
I was totally missing that on the production tab.
But a huge drop in there that he's not able to defend without that Storm, and this is just so many units that he can just actually fight straight up right now.
Yep.
herO doesn't have the units here. A decent Storm now that he finally got it.
Yeah, I didn't even realize Storm wasn't ready. That's that'll put a damper in your play for sure.
Yeah. He does get the final warp results there to hold that off, but look at this, another drop towards his third base. But there is army here to stop it.
Yeah, there is. And, well, that was a pretty good trade for Maru. He's now getting his third base very late, or at least attempting to. Almost the High Templar is going to like drop out and storm the SV to stop its construction. He decides that's probably not worth it. The Stimming Marauder's a bit late to the party. Armory, Ghost Academy. Maru is accepting that he will have to play late game Terran versus Protoss. something that very few Terran players will tell you they like to do. Just getting all the pieces together. The Ghost Academy is so late, and now that Storm is done, even though he's hurt the economy very much of herO, hero's killed a lot of the army units of Maru, all in those scattered drops, you know, all around this map. So I mean, if you look at the army supply, it's a little bit better, you know, size-wise for herO, but it's really about the composition, the lack of ghosts, and the availability of AoE now.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to lose those units over there on that side of the map. But look at this, herO coming in. He's not hesitating at all, going right for that natural. And he has so many zealots. It's such a big army here.
This could end up being, you know, a really weird base race. I mean, it's starting to look that way. Army size is again better for herO. He has the better composition as well.
Yeah, he has a better composition, and that drop at least is going to have to get out of here. But this big army of Maru is going right for that third. The rest of herO's army, it looks like it's splitting up a bit. Some trying to go for that third, and some trying to go for the main. This army of 4 High Templar want to come over here and get a bunch of storms. Look at those storms! Ton of damage going down, but just not enough to finish it off.
Yeah, killing some of his own probes, but not too important. The production being capped here a little bit annoying for Maru. He's not able to get any more reinforcements out. He's going to try to get this Nexus here. If he gets all the Nexi, how many minerals does he have? Okay, he has enough for another Nexus. And he does have the Nexus still in the main base that's been rebuilt.
And look at all those Marauders. They're all so low. They're trying to kite over there, but it's not going to be enough. Not much energy, and this whole base of Maru being taken out. GG for Maru, and Maru, the last Terran hope, does go down. herO with 2 awesome games, taking out 2 of the strongest Terrans that we have here at Pro League.
Really well played by herO. You know, he goes for a very aggressive build, totally botches the scout deny as he walks in the main base, and as Maru presses the big red panic button, he like breaks the glass and presses the we need bunkers right now. We need bunkers 30 seconds ago button. Gets them up, holds good micro, and next thing you know, herO's like able to turn the game around by taking the third base and just having really solid control. Mothership cores, defensive abilities help out. That storm really helped out. It did take him a really long time to get it. But once he had it, it just destroyed Maru's army because he never transitioned into Ghost. I think he thought he was just going to win the game off 2 base. Didn't get any additional upgrades. His third base was incredibly late. And that's what cost him really in the long run.
Yeah, it was just too much time passing where herO had that third base. Maru was trying to make something happen on 2. I mean, like you said, he defended the push out of herO very nicely, but the follow-up aggression just wasn't enough damage. He did get the Nexus in the main as well, but it just wasn't enough damage in eventually.